Hi guys, I hope you all are good and thank you so much if you just came across this video. Thank you so much and I hope you will not just watch and stay like that. You're gonna subscribe. And thank you to all of you guys who have subscribers, my returning subscribers who keep on watching, and thank you so much guys. Let's not waste any time. So today we're gonna be talking about optimal development, right? So with optimal development, you firstly have to understand what does the word optimal mean, right? So the word optimal, it means best. It means best. I don't know if this pen is visible. Oh my god. It means best. It means most favorable. Most favorable. Guys, is this pen visible? Okay, so the word optimal, it means best and what? Most favorable. So we're going to talk about optimal development, right? But we all know that obviously when you are studying psychology and all that, there are a lot of theories, right? Um, those theories, they are brought by people, right? So we're going to talk about Skinner, right? So according to Skinner, you have to know this person. So Skinner's idea of optimal development, it means that according to Skinner's theory, right? It means that I don't know if I should write, but okay, let me just say it because I don't want this video to be long. According to Skinner, he says that optimal development, it means that an individual can be able to reach their full potential through what? Through positive reinforcement and shaping of behavior. Right. He says, I'm just going to write the keywords. He says, an individual is able to reach their full potential, is able to reach their full potential, right? Through what? Through positive reinforcement. Guys, don't forget this person. Reinforcement and what? And shaping of behavior. Shaping of behavior. This is what Skinner says, right? So Skinner's theory, he says that an individual is able to reach their full potential through what? Through positive reinforcement and shaping of behavior. That is what he says. And also you have to understand that this optimal development theory, we are talking about learned behavior. Guys, let me go to the next page because it's going to be a lot. So with optimal development, we are talking about learned behavior. I wrote in capital letters because I want to emphasize this, that we are learning about optimal. This theory is based about learned behavior, right? Not best behavior, not good behavior, not normal behavior. We're talking about learned behavior in this theory of optimal development, right? So another thing that you also have to understand is that with optimal development, we're talking about an individual being able to recognize and being able to take into account the factors that are relevant for effective functioning in given situations, right? Let me repeat that. It means that an able is able. Hey guys, an individual is able to recognize, right? To recognize. So you don't just recognize; you're also able to take into account, right? And take into account, right? And take into account the factors, right? Guys, please take note. The factors that are relevant for effective functioning, right, in given situations. And another thing with optimal development is that an individual is realistic about their self-efficacy. Realistic Let me just say realistic self-efficacy. Self-efficacy. I don't know if you can see. So realistic self-efficacy. Yes. So realistic self-efficacy. So realistic self-efficacy, you have to go on your Google and search the word self-efficacy, what it means. So self-efficacy, it means that an individual is aware, right? They are aware of their capabilities, of how they're going to execute and behavior in a certain situation, right? So there is realistic efficacy. So with optimal development, it means that a person has a realistic self-efficacy. They do not over and they do not underestimate their abilities, right? So they do not over or underestimate their own abilities abilities, right? So with self-efficacy, I hope you all understand. And also another thing is that one thing we can learn about in this optimal behavior is that the environment is the one that determines how an individual is going to regard something as desirable and favorable, right? So and the development is the one that determines how an individual is going to view something as desirable or valuable. Did I say valuable? Yes. So largely the environment is the one that the determines how the person is going to regard if something is favorable or valuable, or is going to regard what is favorable or what is desirable. Favorable, what is desirable and what is valuable, right? So thank you guys. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much, and shalom.